So the next topic of fifth chapter, that is sensors of transducer, is a photodiode, which is very important. Now we have seen the diode in our second chapter, that is a conventional diode. So in that we have seen how diode is a form, that is it is made up of semiconductors, p and n type semiconductor. Why semiconductor is chosen to manufacture the electronic device? Because semiconductor's conductivity we can control with the help of temperature. So to avoid any breakdown in electronic component, or we can safely handle it with specified amount of voltage and current. That's why we have chosen p type and n type semiconductor for manufacturing the every electronic devices. So in p-n junction diode we have seen that when we connect the p and n type semiconductor together, then depletion layer forms, and how the recombination of holes and electrons from p type and n type semiconductor takes place, and what will happen if the charge particles will not get the pair for recombination, and how that unpaired charge particles forms a layer near the junction, which is nothing but the depletion layer. So our aim to remove that depletion layer from the junction, and to carry out conduction of the device with a specific amount of voltage and current. So we have seen the construction and all diagrams, and then biasing of p-n junction diode. So hope you have understood the working of diode, how it is used as a switch, then how it is used in a rectifier. So we have seen the different applications of diode also. Then in this chapter we'll see what is the photodiode. So photodiode is nothing but the p-n junction diode that consumes the light energy, and it produces the electrical current. So sometimes it is called as a photodetector, and a light detector, or a photosensor. So it is nothing but the sensor, and these diodes are particularly designed to work in a reverse bias condition. So we have seen one diode which is conducting very smoothly in reverse bias condition, that is Zener diode. Because p-n junction diodes does not operate very properly in reverse bias condition. It gives very small amount of current, which is also not finely measurable us. So we have designed Zener diode which works very smoothly in reverse bias. So again, photodiode is also reverse bias diode, so it can work smoothly in reverse bias condition. It means p side of photodiode is connected to the negative terminal of the battery, and n side is connected to positive terminal of the battery. That means reverse connections are done with the photodiode, right? And then what is a photodiode? It is a light detector, as we so it is light detector means light is, when light is falls on photodiode, then it will convert that light into current or voltage based on the operation, or based on the application which required whether you want current or whether you want a voltage. So according to that it will produce voltage and current. Then it is also used as a optical fiber. So optical fibers are the some materials which is used in a communication purpose. So in communication purpose means in mobile wiring, or you can say that in satellite communication, or if there is some transmitter and receiver circuits are there, then that for that wiring purpose there is optical fibers are used. So it is always used with optical fibers. Then these have a very slow response with the surface area. Then it is also a regular semiconductor diode. Then it is visible to let light to reach in a delicate path of the device, and it is used basically as a sensors applications, right? Then some photodiode will look like a light emitting diode. Means again there is a one type of diode which is called as a light emitting diode, that is called as a LED, and that LED is used in a your TV remote control. So on the top of the TV remote you can see that LED which emits the light, which is called as a light emitting diode. So the sometimes photodiodes and light emitting diodes will look like same. They have two terminals coming from the end. The smaller end is a cathode and longer end is an anode. So you can easily recognize what is the anode and cathode terminal. Then we'll see the symbol of a photodiode. That arrow shows that the light is falling on diode. So if we remove that arrow, then it is the symbol of conventional diode. So to differ from your conventional diode, there is always arrow shown above the diode. That arrow indicates that this is the symbol of photodiode, right? So there are two terminals, anode and cathode. Anode is positive terminal, cathode is negative terminal. The light is falling on the diode, which is shown by arrow. Then when it is in forward bias, then current will flow from anode to cathode, that is conventional flowing path. Then photocurrent always flows in reverse direction, means when the current flowing through the diode, it is always in the is in the reverse direction, means it is from positive to negative. Now conventional notation is from negative to positive, but photocurrent always flows from positive to negative, right? Then this is the actual picture of photodiode. So in our laboratory photodiode is available. So the actual picture is given on your screen for photodiode. Then types of photodiodes are also available, so which gives the which is used for different applications. When it is used in a industry basis, then the size and the application or the specification of the diodes are different. If we are using it on the laboratory basis, then the application specifications are very different, right? Then types are given, that is PN photodiode, Schottky photodiode, pin photodiode, then avalanche photodiode. There are some types of photodiode, right? Then the as I said you, it is used in various different applications. Like it is used to detect the presence of light, color, position, intensity, etc. Then the main feature, the linearity of diode is good with respect to incident light. मतलब जो light उस पे fall होता है उसके हिसाब से ही वो linearly voltage and current generate करता है. So there is linear proportional between light and voltage and current. Then noise is low, the response is wide spectral. Then it has rugged mechanically, मतलब easy handling के लिए अच्छा है, बल्कि है. Then lightweight and compact, and it has a long life, right? Then materials used to make a photodiode is a silicon material, germanium material, and indium gallium arsenide material. So it will give the light accordingly, means it will produce the light accordingly. So silicon material which gives the wavelength which is ranges between 190 to 1100. Then germanium produces 400 to 1700, and indium gallium arsenide produces 800 to 2600, right? So this type of wavelengths are given by the material. So the intensity of light is depends on the wavelength of material. Then again there is a lead or sulfide we can use for manufacturing. Then mercury, cadmium, telluride material is used. So these materials, why we are using these materials? So to increase the intensity of a light, so accordingly it will produce the high voltage and current ranges. That we because of that we have used the different types of material for manufacturing the photodiode. Then working of a photodiode. So working of photodiode, so you can now all of you know that it is always working in reverse bias condition. So its N side is connected to positive terminal of the battery, and P type is connected to negative terminal of the battery. So it is in the reverse bias mode of operation. When the light from outside uh, will uh, will project on the junction of the photodiode, it is in the reverse bias. The depletion region exists in the junction. When light falls on the junction, the ions absorbs the energy of photons means light particles, and generates the electron hole pairs, and these electron hole pairs will be attracted by opposite layers, and current starts flowing through the photodiode with increase in light. So with increase in light, more number of electron hole pairs are generated, which will result in increase in photocurrent, right? So this is the working of a photodiode. So you can see the diagram, that is p type is connected to negative terminal, n type is connected to positive terminal. When light falls on the junction of the photodiode, then the energy from the light, or you can say that the light particles, which is called as the photons, the photon energy है उसके वजह से it will generate the electron hole pairs, and this electron hole pairs will be attracted by opposite layers, and current starts flowing through the photodiode. With the increase in light, more number of electron hole pairs are generated, which will result in increase in photocurrent, right? So there are some modes of operation which is not deeply will require. For exam point of view, we have to write only small operation, that is how photons gives energy and how it is converted into recombination of pair, and finally it is converted into photocurrent. Okay. So these modes are not so much important, just go through it, read it. Then we have characteristics of photocurrent is always linear. As I said you, light and photocurrent is linearly proportional to each other. So this is the reverse bias characteristics, because we have connected in reverse position. So you can see that there is increase in voltage, then again there is increase in photocurrent, and after some point it will achieve maximum value and stabilize, right? So this is the linear characteristics. Then applications of photodiode, basically it is used in camera, it is in fiber optic receiver, object counting system, in light intensity meters, and in CD players, right? So opto coupling devices, photoconductors, photomultiplier tubes, then it is used in a CD, television, remote controls, then it is used in a clock ratio, camera, light meters, street light, everything, right? So there are so many applications for industry as well as domestic purpose. These are some again applications given for you, just go through it. Then it is a photodiode is a kind of light detector, so it always comes under the sensor category. We are learning sensors and transducer, so it senses the lights and produces the electrical energy, so it is used as a light detector, or we can say that it is sensing light and producing electrical quantity. That's why it is comes under sensor, right? Thank you.